Morning class and welcome. As you know, we've been learning about data representation and how we can collect data and interpret those results. And we've used it to display information like this in a table. So in this case, it's looking at the types of movies. We've got our different types across here and the votes for who likes those particular movies along the bottom. Today I'm going to show you how to put that information into a bar graph or a column graph. Now, a column graph is a really simple way of showing information so that you can easily see what is more or less in the options. So you could be showing your favourite movie, you could be showing types of cars that people drive, you could be showing the population number for areas in your neighbourhood, almost anything you can think of, you could display it as a bar graph. In this particular circumstance, I've made our bar graph here. Now, what you need to remember with a bar graph is that there is 4 really important things that you need to put into your bar graph. The first one is the title. You need to have a title for your bar graph. It tells us what our bar graph is actually about. You also need your categories. Our categories are along the bottom. We have comedy and drama and sci-fi, and they are what people have voted on in this case. Along the side here, this is a label for what we are measuring this against. And then we also need, the 4th really important thing you need to put in a bar graph is a scale. In this case, we're saying 1 equals 1 vote. But you can imagine if we were looking at people in a neighbourhood, we would have thousands of people. So in that case, you might say 1 equals 1,000 people, so that you don't need this massive, great big chart. You can still display it really simply like this, but you're just letting people know that every time you've gone up 1, you've actually gone 1,000 people. We also need to remember, you'll see here, I've left gaps in between my bars. It is really important to leave our gaps for a bar graph, because if we don't have the gaps, our graph actually becomes a histogram, not a bar graph. So please remember to leave your gaps. So why don't we go and try and make our own bar graphs? See what you can do. I look forward to seeing your results.